Greetings. Today I am chilling in Shenandoah National Park doing the drive along Skyline Drive. I guess I can turn it around and show you. I don't know where I am on it except that cement post over there says that the Appalachian Trail is 4/10 of a mile that way. And I don't know if you can see it, but down there I believe there's a trail because I see that sign down there. So I'm assuming you go from that post around there and then somewhere behind where I'm standing, make sure I don't cut my head off with the camera, about 4/10 of a mile that way you connect with the Appalachian Trail. Although it is possible we could see somebody. Here comes a car. They were going the other way. They are now heading south, which was the way I was going. I came in at the north entrance, so that's why if I used the sign I took with my new selfie stick, I'm using my old tripod here because I'm standing still. But anyway, the photo I took with my selfie stick was at what's called the north entrance, which is in Front Royal, Virginia. And let me get back to the little bit of knowledge I have on the Appalachian Trail. It is a trail that goes along the top of this mountain range from Georgia to Maine. And it's long, like, I don't know, 1,000 miles, a little more than that maybe. But generally a lot of people walk the whole way every year. I mean, not the same people, but different people walk it. A lot of people choose to walk it, and they walk it all in one stretch, whatever year they choose to do it. So hopefully what is that yellow sign? Oh, this is how they know where the edge of the parking lot is when they go to scrape it. And as you could tell, there's still a little bit of snow on the edge of the roads, but let's get back. Oh, I cut my head off there. Let's get back to the Appalachian Trail. Most people started in Georgia, March to April, so that by the time they get to Maine, it's not winter yet. I don't know how many miles the average person walks a day. I know in the Boy Scouts, which was, 50 years ago almost? 40 years ago. A little over 40 years. We would do weekend or long weekend hikes on the C&O Canal, which is a mule towpath that the mules walked along to pull the barges on a canal from Georgetown in Washington, D.C. to somewhere in Maryland that generally was parallel to the Potomac River. And some weekends we would do 60-mile walks, or maybe it was spring break. I was thinking it was 3 days, but we didn't hike 20 miles a day with backpacks. But you got a badge for doing a 50-miler. But I thought one time we did a 60, and I bet it was a 7-day. So we may have gone 10 miles a day. Young kids and boys, you got to be below 18. And I think at least the 7th grade maybe to be in Boy Scouts. So whatever you are at 7th grade. So generally a teenager, like let's say 12 to 18, although I wouldn't swear to that. They are a little bit stronger and healthier than most of the people walking the full length of the Appalachian Trail, because you either have to not have a job or have sufficient income to have the time free to do it. And I don't think many people take their children out of school. But anyway, it's a possibility we'll see a hiker come up from the Appalachian Trail, and it probably goes across the road, then goes up on the ridge over there. But I just wanted to stop here and check in. This vlogging challenge that I'm on the school app wants us to do 8 videos in 30 days, but I'm kind of I guess I'm always an overachiever, so I'm trying to use this new setup, my new selfie stick, the headphones. Oh, sorry, that was probably really loud. And try to do quick, short videos once a day. I've pretty much already showed you the area, but let me turn around and you can maybe see the top of this mountain over here. And then I'll get back in the car. I think I'm just going to keep going south and come out at what they call Thornton Gap. And I don't remember if Sperryville is to the west or the east, but I know, I guess I have been on this stretch because Judy and I did a stretch of the Skyline Drive when she lived in Virginia. And just like, I don't know, we may have seen one deer on that day, but I saw two at the closed visitor center. And I've gone from north to the first exit. And I know she was scared at how I was driving down the hill. Of course, as a former police officer, I'm pretty good on curves and speed and all that in my driving skills, but she didn't know that. So I was going to say I was on a new stretch. Well, what I am on a new stretch of is when I made a video here, because I know the last time I made a video was in the Dickey Ridge Visitor Center picnic area. And the time before that, when I was rushing to get out of here because a thunderstorm was coming over that, I don't know about that mountain, but all these mountains, I was heading north and heading down the hill there to try to get out of the park and get, I think, back to Warrenton. So that was before I started house sitting. Oh, speaking of house sitting, as I went to bed last night about midnight, and by the way, I was watching a 3-part movie, parts 1, 2, and 3. I didn't get through part 3, so I'll end it tonight, but I've already seen it because I remember most of it. But I'm not quite sure. I think I know how it ends, but I'm not quite sure. But it's called Atlas Shrugged, and it's a free movie on YouTube. And it's kind of like a staunch conservative's view of how you would react when the government gets overbearing. But anyway, I was up late, and about midnight, I'm really trying to get up to where I can see the sunrise so that my circadian rhythm will be set so I can go to bed earlier. And I brought all that up because I filled out an application for a 23 or 25 day house sit in Leesburg, which is where I used to work, and about 15 minutes from my father's house. It's with one border collie, which is when I worked at Sky Meadow State Park, which is north of Shenandoah National Park in another county. Same mountain range, I think. Yeah, same mountain range. And the Appalachian Trail, 1 mile of it goes through the park. So I have been a custodian of the trail for some point. So I really should know a little more about it than I shared. But anyway, I filled out on the Trusted House Sitter site, and I guess I need to make a video about that. You kind of promote yourself in this application to the homeowners, dog owners, pet owner, whatever. You can do cats, you can do dogs. I generally prefer dogs, even though I have done cats. And I sent an application as I went to bed at midnight. And this morning, I didn't wake up till like 10:30 because I think I finally went to bed about 3 or 4. And I didn't finish part 3, so that'll be waiting when I get home. But I got to get this done while it's light out. And when I woke up, there was a message from the homeowner and an acceptance that I'd already been accepted. They didn't even interview me. That's the first one that I haven't already been at that didn't want to interview me before. But they did say they wanted to meet me. And this will be after the sit I do in Pennsylvania for the one black lab. I'm so happy I only have one dog at each sit, because then I'm going to get these videos. There will probably be a queue of videos made. That sit, let me think. The sit in Pennsylvania starts February. They want me there February 15th. They're leaving the 16th. They will be back supposed to be back March the 9th. This one that just accepted me today, and that I'm going in to see my dad on Sunday, so I'll meet them and the dog Sunday and see the house. Oh, and it has a hot tub on kind of under the back deck. Yes, score. Big score for that, because I love being in a hot tub, and I'm going to have to give up my membership at the gym that has the hot tub when I move out of West Virginia. I guess I could keep it, but I ain't driving an hour to go to a hot tub when I'm pet sitting at a house that has one. It'll be outdoors. It starts, I think, March 23rd and goes till April 17th. So that was kind of the plan, to not have to pay rent. Maybe I need to make a video about how to be low budget digital nomad. I'll keep that in mind. I've got to write these down, or I won't remember them. But anyway, at the moment, it's all working out. So that'll give me 2 months from when I leave the house that I haven't had to pay rent, even though I think I have almost 2 weeks in between. So I'll probably stay with Dad a few nights. I'm going to ask my friend that has the farm I go to in West Virginia if I can go there for maybe a week or 10 days. If not, I'll rent a timeshare, maybe in Williamsburg, maybe at Fairfield Glade. I haven't been looking at the camera. I've been looking at myself. So let me look at the camera this last few minutes. But anyway, oh, here comes a car. Let's see if it goes behind me. Or, yep, there it goes. Heading north on Skyline Drive. Reporting here. But anyway. Oh, speaking of reporting, did you see the announcement that the White House is asking influencers to apply to cover instead of the news? That tells you how big YouTube can be. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up because it is about 50 some degrees here. I think it's dropped some from when I came in. Of course, I've gone way up high and come down and gone up. And I actually used the battery in the hybrid car. So I'm coming up the hill to try to save on gas and emissions and all that. And it seemed to work fairly well. I've never really done that on the open road, but the speed limit here is 35, and you're not supposed to go over really about 20 if you're in B for battery. So going up the hill, that worked. And as you can see, there's very, very little traffic today. This is 12 minutes, so that's a little longer than quick. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you jive with this type of thing, please subscribe. There should be a little button right over in this corner. And on this one, I think it's my face. This channel is Chillin' with Chip. And I am chillin' in Shenandoah National Park today. Thanks for joining me. Let me know what you think down below. Have a great one. God bless. Bye-bye.